members, special advisors here present, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We are here this afternoon to present our report on the concluded 2024 Economic and Investment Summit held on the 22nd and the 23rd of May 2024. Your Excellency, we are very grateful to God and to you for giving us the opportunity to serve in this capacity as members of the Economic and Investment Summit 2024. We're so delighted with your foresight to have gone ahead with this summit, even in the trial moments that we were as at then. Your Excellency, the summit was well attended with distinguished keynote speakers, panelists, and the community from far and near. And we are glad to state that that summit was a huge success. Your Excellency, we would not take for granted your support, morally and financially, to the success of that summit. We say thank you and God bless you. Your Excellency, the summit provided short-term, mid-term, and long-term values intended to take our state to the next level in economic development. These values, propositions are contained in the communique of the summit as contained in our report that is being presented today. For the sake of time, we will read out the committee's recommendations that we believe will propel our state to the next level and going to make us the hub for investment and economic development in Nigeria. Excellency, taking into consideration the success of the summit and the enormous opportunities it has generated for the people and government of Rivers State, and taking into account the urgent need to implement the summit's communique to achieve the expressed objectives, the summit committee wishes to recommend the following for His Excellency's consideration. 1. The immediate establishment of the Rivers State Investment Promotion Agency as recommended by the summit. Your Excellency, we have a draft executive order as it pleases you for the establishment of the agency that is herein attached. 2. Initiate appropriate policy and legislative initiatives to improve the ease of doing business and create a conducive business-friendly environment in Rivers State. 3. Take measures to institutionalize the policy to ensure quick issuance of certificates of occupancy and other land titles to applicants within 30 days from the date of application. 4. Revive and recapitalize Harcourt Finance, Ministry of Finance Incorporated, and the Microfinance Bank, and strengthen them for the effective discharge of their responsibilities. 5. Adopt a policy framework for providing business incentives and support services for investors in the state. 6. Constitute a technical committee to identify moribund Rivers State government-owned enterprises, determine their legal status, and make recommendations to return them to viability. 7. Establish an economy advisory committee to advise and develop a viable and sustainable economic growth path for the state. 8. Establish a 100 billion naira agricultural development fund in partnership with reputable financial institutions who should be deployed as loans to reputable farmers at a single-digit interest rate. 9. take measures to resuscitate the Trans-Amadi industrial layout and establish new industrial business districts, including the agricultural processing zone and a free trade zone in the state. 10. Take practical steps to provide necessary policy, regulatory, and institutional frameworks to promote and advance the development of the River State blue economy. 11. Take steps to establish the state's micro, small, and medium enterprises development agency to drive the growth and development of the state. 12. Allocate financial resources, 5 billion naira for the next 12 months to support the River State Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism and the River State Tourism Development Agency in executing their strategic roadmap. Additionally, invest in critical infrastructures that will fortify implementation efforts, positioning River State as a compelling and sought-after tourist destination. 13. Take practical steps to address the incessant demands and unending disruptions from communities, community power groups, and youths, which has caused the departure of many companies in the state. 14. The River State Investment and Economic Summit should be an annual event. We're also proposing that there should be an immediate establishment of the River's Digital Economy Innovation and ICT Agency. 15. A post-economic summit retreat with relevant MDAs and key stakeholders to develop an implementation plan not later than 1 month after the submission of the summit report. Your Excellency, it's with great pleasure and privilege that we want to present to you our report, an album
Let me first thank the God Almighty for making it still possible that after this summit, we still have the opportunity to get feedbacks from what we did. And when I say thanking God, I know why I'm saying that. When this idea was conceived, we were at the middle of very big crisis. There was no hope that we could even hold this event. We keep pushing it, we keep planning. A lot of obstacles keep coming up. But one way or the other, God made it possible that we could add it to our 1-year anniversary program. So I really want to thank God for that opportunity. Let me also thank the committee for doing a very wonderful job. It is not just about my support, but I also know what the committee went through. This summit was like a gateway to the world, seeing the potentials of River State. And everything was done to make sure that we failed. I can boldly say here that most of the people that were invited as guests, some element who don't wish us well, we're calling them not to be part of this program. It went as far as even the second day of the program, they did expect somebody, a very notable person, to be part of this summit. This same element organized a protest so that we will not have our way. But at the end of the day, God also made it possible that we had this program, and the program was fine. So I want to thank not just the committee, but also the good people of Rivers State who stood by us, who supported this summit, knowing fully well that what makes a strong man will die. But when you have a strong policy, you have a strong institution, the institution lives forever. What we're trying to do today is to chart a course for our state. Our state used to be one of the best. We had all the companies, oil companies, they were here. They resided here. What happened? Life was good here. What happened? Bringing intellectuals together to think, brainstorm, is for the purpose of building a big and strong economic state. So that tomorrow people will be even struggling to be governor. Because what is the reason why we want to be governor? People are struggling. I want to make sure we remove Fubara. It's because of the economy of the state. If this state is like states who have maybe 2 billion as allocation, who will be struggling to come here? So for me, I want to build this state to be stronger. So that we'll be remembered for improving on what we met and not killing what we inherited. So I want to thank you. I've taken note of all your points. First of all, we're going to make sure that before the end of, if not by tomorrow, which is the core of we achieving the aim of the summit, having a one-stop shop investment promotion agency. Very important. There is no country that developed without it. I read flashes of thoughts, I think, were written by one prince of Dubai. How did Dubai start? They started with having an investment promotion agency. If you're coming in, you have where to go. What do you have to offer? These are the things I have to offer. They have all the solutions. Anyone that is beyond them, they now seek the attention of the higher authorities. With that, you can see business will move smoothly. Investors will have opportunities to interact, not even if they're not seeing the governor directly, but they are interacting with the right body. Assurances are there. Confidence are there. Quick to decision taking are also there. So I will start with ensuring that we set the investment promotion agency as soon as possible so that we can take it off from there. I will also assure not just this committee, because I know by next year you might not even be the people that are going to coordinate it. But we must have it as a policy of our state that every year we must bring people together. Look at what we have done, what do we need to do, and what we can also achieve. Plan for the future. We can only grow this state to become the envy of other states if we invest our energy in productive things that will strengthen the economy of the state. I can say boldly, which is also one of my sins. When we came on board, we looked at the activities of the internal revenue. Yeah, they were doing a little. We had to set up a technical committee. This technical committee worked out some modalities that improved our IGR. Today, I can make bold to say that our IGR in the year, so far when we started, cannot be compared to what it were before. The man here knows what I'm saying. We improved on it. So I strongly believe that if we come together, work as a team, we'll have a better state where these issues that we're having today, economic hardship, which is the main curtain. It's not even about bad governance. It's economic hardship. The government policy might not be favorable initially, but at the end of the day, if it's a project or a policy that is fine, at the end of the day, result will come. Economic issues in terms of hardship, those ones are the ones that the government can immediately solve. Just like we did. After the issue of subsidy removal, what did we do? We were one of the first states that launched free transport for students and also citizens of River State. And we have sustained it. We didn't end there. We brought a credit line for 4 billion for our traders. Those people that are genuine ones who are struggling. We're not talking about the ones who want the quick money. Those ones that have genuine, they keyed into it. And it's not, these ones are not story. It happened live in the summit where we gave people money for them to invest, to improve their businesses. That is what we're talking about, economic improvement. Europe is not, whatever Europe is today is because of small scale businesses. It's not a big company. This is where you strengthen the economy of a state, of a country. And on our part, we'll continue to do that. Because at the end of the day, if everybody is fine, crime rate is reduced in our state. If everybody is healthy, nobody is looking for a way to dupe the other. Because the only reason why people involved in fraud and all those things is insecurity. The only reason people want to die in office is also insecurity. When you know that, look, even if I'm not in office, I can afford paying my children's school fees. Why do you want to kill yourself? If you know that even if I'm not in the office, I can afford good health care at an affordable rate, why would you want to do it? Insecurity of who knows what is going to happen tomorrow. That is the major cause of all this crime. Both, whatever you call it, economic crime, societal crime, whatever. But we'll try our best to see how much we can do to reduce it. It is not only a tax that is upon me. I will try as much as I can to do my own bit of it. I pray to God that whoever is going to come after our own time too should also maintain that standard. And I assure you, in the next 10, 20 years, River State will be that state when people were leaving oil companies to come and work at the secretariat. Because nobody has seen that kind of secretariat that's built at that time. It's the truth. It's the shadow of itself today. We can still get there. I was coming back from an emergency trip. Somehow, I had to stay in an airport hotel for some hours. When I checked into the room, something touched me. I said, wow, there is no difference between that design. That's no difference between that design and presidential hotel. And I believe that hotel is even older than presidential hotel. But the maintenance, why can we not get there? Why do we always have to allow our things to get rotten? Because we want to build a new one. It's a tax upon every one of us. It's not just about who is the leader. Even those ones that are our subordinates, they also need to key into taking it as a responsibility that we must all work together for a better River State. I assure you, so long as I'm still here leading the state, my concern remains rivers and rivers first. Thank you, and may God bless you.